What's good, Rebels? Lala not listening. Skinny Winnie. Tense Games. Damn, we got the whole crew up in here already. How we doing? Oh, Holy Mob guy's doing great today. He's doing great. Weather started warming up around here finally, a little bit. Knock on wood. Hopefully it sticks around this time. We'll see. Northern Hemisphere gang. Am I right? Oh yes, we got Haley the 13th in here, of course. Most reliable mod in the game. Auroral, yeah, we got the whole dedicated crew up in here, guys. You guys are always early to it. Big Floppa and Young Demon. We barely got him. He's almost about headed off to bed. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, but DXVL player, what's up? Reverb on the master guy, yeah, that's me. That's my signature master chain. Today we're going to be doing a good old-fashioned multiple choice game of the SoundCloud game show. I figured we'd go back to basics, you know, sort of go back to basics. I know that last week we were doing the Melody Madness. It's a little bit more complicated, so wanted to simplify a little bit. We are going to be having some special guests on the show pretty soon. Not today. Don't want to get your hopes up, but going to be setting that up soon because I think that's the logical next step for the game show. Really up it, you know, take it up a notch. Get some more SoundCloud OGs in on this. What up, Trilly? Hey, reverb on the master can be cool as like a little switch, a little breakdown, you know. That's right. Who needs isotope? You just need soft clipper and reverb on the master. That's right, in that order. All right, we got 18 people in chat. That's pretty good. Let me get this Discord message sent out. And then I think we're good to move on. Let me also do something else real quick. I don't remember where... There it is. Done. Okay, now I should be able to see this. All right, sweet. Yeah, we also, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, everybody watching the live stream, but we've been posting edited versions of all of these live streams. Well, so far there's 2 out. We just dropped the second one today on this channel, so as soon as you're done at the live stream here, feel free to go check that out. I actually should probably leave a comment on that video letting them know that we're live. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll jump right in. Lemon, I see you're in the chat. Welcome. What's good, Wynick? Indigo 64, Techno Diemo, Vistro main, Live Step, a lot of familiar faces today, a lot of familiar faces. Yes, so Young Demon, I will go over that again in a sec, but yeah, you'll have to resubmit whatever you submitted in the past. All right, let me just post a link to the live stream on the new video that just went live, and then we're ready to jump in. Not dirt. Not dirt. We're filming a new episode live right now. That's right. All right, that's done. Now I think we're good to pause that. All right. Welcome everybody to the stream. Today we're going back to basics. We're doing some good old-fashioned multiple choice SoundCloud game show. So real quick, I do want to give a brief update on the submissions. So as many of you are aware, we pull our random SoundCloud tracks from the Discord. It's all of you guys submitting SoundCloud tracks on the Discord. So if you hadn't had a chance to submit one yet, feel free to go over to the link in the description or type !submit in the chat to find out how to do it. But yeah, we recently revamped our submission system. So it's a lot more scalable. We had like 1,400 or 1,500 submissions, and it was getting a little unruly. We were using kind of a less optimized method of pulling random tracks. So a lot of you remember in a previous stream, it was taking like 30 seconds sometime for it to sort through all the submissions and pull out a random track. So yeah, we reworked the system. It's a little bit simpler. So you'll go into that channel on the Discord. It'll just be a button and you can submit a track. And what I really like about this system is that it also automatically checks to make sure that it's a public track and that it hasn't been submitted already, even by somebody else. So this one takes care of duplicate submissions. It takes care of private tracks. We won't have to deal with that anymore. So, and yes, I see somebody asking for a playlist. We're going to be making a playlist of all of the old submissions that were submitted. That is a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. So that'll be on the way very soon. So let's go ahead and jump in. Why don't we? Okay. The SoundCloud game show. Let's do this. And we're on my SoundCloud likes. Let me get the fucking Chrome extension turned on. I guess that's a good place to start. Not doing Melody Madness today. Of course not. We'll go full screen and we'll get the first track of the day pulled up. And obviously the scores need to be reset. Something I managed to forget to do every single time without fail. There we go. There we go. Juicy J as a guest. That would be pretty dope. I think DJ Smokey is probably a little bit more doable. A little bit more doable than Juicy J, but hey, you know, sky's the limit. All right. Let's do a random track. Bam. And instantly we've got a track pulled out. So far we've already got almost 200 submissions under the new system. Poison Pill is fire. I love that new DJ Smokey track. Poison Pill is crazy. I love the part where it's there's like a little parts throughout where it's just like literally just I don't know if it's an 808 specifically or some sort of bass hit, but it's just like so crazy. Just a little 808 solo for you. All right, let me get this first one pulled up here, and we'll get started. Who's gonna take the first point back in the multiple choice? Here we have a track from 7 years ago. As you can see, this person has 91 tracks on SoundCloud. So pretty OG if you ask me, just from the looks of it. Let's hear it. DJ Young Cramp. Bro's cramped up. I've seen a lot of good plays on his name in my time. Oh, is this sampling Boo from Mario 64? Some sort of level? I'm not gonna lie. There's something about this track I'm not a big fan of, and I can't quite pinpoint it. I mean, the mix is a good place to start. I think the mix could use some work, but then again, it's from 7 years ago. This was kind of the style back then. Just don't mix it at all. Just turn some shit up and call it a day. June of 2016, so it's from like the golden era of SoundCloud. Trapping in Japan ad beat. Yup. Someone's going C already, so they're saying 450K. This is a pretty high performing track. It's pulling in a minimum of 143K. Could be pulling in as many as 700K. What are we thinking, guys? The vocals a little offbeat? Maybe that's what I was hearing then, because something does sound a little off. All right, let me turn this down a little bit so I can think. Yeah, I'm a little torn on this one. I don't know if it's a Obviously, it's a pretty old track, so it's had plenty of time to pull in hundreds of thousands of streams. The poll isn't open yet, so don't try to vote yet. I gotta put in my vote first, so that nobody thinks I'm trying to just copy off chat, you know what I'm saying? Okay? So give me a second, I'm a slow poke with this. I don't know if I necessarily think that this track is good enough to pull 400,000 or 700,000 in 7 years. It is a decent track. I don't know, I just don't know if I see that necessarily. So let me lock in my guess here. And I'll open the poll for you guys. Let me make sure it shows up on stream. Yep, there we go. You guys tell me, what are we thinking? A, B, C, or D? Multiple choice. So should be fairly simple for you guys to figure out where you want to land on this one. Are we thinking it's got 140K? Could be 170K if you think about it. Or when you really think about it, could be as much as 450K, or dare I say 712K. So far, most people are voting B. We're thinking sort of middle of the road, just short of 200,000 streams. I think that's probably fair. I'm very curious to find out who this is by. We got the boo sound effect. Yeah. I know you were talking about earlier now, because I remember hearing that boo. That's awful. 800K, yeah. It could be as many as 800K, but not really. If there was a secret E option, maybe. All right. You got 3 seconds left on the poll. It's looking like B might take this one. Hey, we got Nev Marketing in chat. Everybody, real quick, let's say a big thank you to Nev Marketing. He's been editing down some of these live streams for the main channel videos, and yeah, Nev is a master at video editing. So I knew the videos would be in good hands if I handed them off to him. So everybody say thank you, Nev, in chat. Meanwhile, I will show you guys what I thought. I agreed with you guys. I think that this one's probably also going to come in at around just shy of 200,000. Let's go ahead and actually, I guess it won't reveal who it's by until we lock in our answer, huh? I'm a little still used to last week's game mode. All right, so let's find out. You guys are saying B, I'm saying B as well. We're all in agreement. Off to a great start this week. 3, 2, 1, show me 177K. It was 143K, and something I wasn't expecting is by somebody I've never heard of before. I've never heard of Trill Skeleton. Trill Skeleton, this is a track called Lilac, very 2016-ass SoundCloud track name. Yeah, I'm not a whole lot surprised to see that this one has 140K. There were a few people who voted A in chat. I'm very sorry for your loss. I see we got Zephyr in chat. Glad you were able to finally make it. This, I believe, was submitted by you, actually, if I remember from looking in the Discord. So, yeah, chat is clueless. Trill Skeleton was everywhere years ago, Auroral says. Auroral is kind of an authority on that OG 2015 to 2017 SoundCloud era, so good to have that additional input there. Apparently this guy was everywhere back then, which makes sense. You know, that explains why they've got so many tracks on SoundCloud. I'm curious, are they still active these days? Their last track is from 5 months ago, so yeah, they're still keeping at it. So shout out to Trill Skeleton, and yeah, go run that track up if you enjoyed it. I believe Haley posted a link in chat. Which is better, goth mommies or femboys? Well, my preference is definitely for goth mommies, just the way that I swing. But hey, there's merit to both, isn't there, femboy funkster? Yeah. All right, we'll go ahead and get the next one pulled up. Unfortunately, no one scores a point on that first round because we're both equally wrong today. Off to one of those starts today. All right, here we go. This one is from 2 years ago. As you can see, it's let me close the poll here actually so that doesn't show up. Bam. Okay. Yeah, 2 years ago, this track, you can see it comes from somebody with 41 tracks on SoundCloud. This one could have as little as 20K streams in 2 years, or could have almost 200K in 2 years. Yeah, this is one of the textbook examples of a turd-looking waveform. Thank you, Skinny Winnie, for pointing that out. Turd alert, yeah, turd alert. Yeah, we need a turd alert emote. Do they have emotes in that sort of thing in YouTube streams? I don't know. We'll have to look into that. Mike says, would you rather have 1 trillion, $10 billion, or not be able to use your leg? You'll have to think about that one. Let's listen through while I think about that. Only real shitters know. Crapaholics mixtapes. It just looked like a trillion. Just a wild guess. No commas necessary. Zephyr, you submitted this one too? Young Demon's saying this is raw. Vistromain is also saying this is raw, as is Etokai. Etokai got a pretty solid name, man. Only recommendation I would make is maybe switching up those first two letters to something, maybe just one letter, maybe a cool letter towards the end of the alphabet. And Rebels is saying this is dirt. This is a cool track though. It's like super like slowed. Some cool gross beat transitions. I really like that sample. Something I think is very underrated, or I would say underutilized in a lot of funk tracks, is just vocals. Just like melodic vocals used as like a sample, like a melodic sample. Not rap vocals or anything like that. Not melodic rap samples, but just like just a motherfucker singing. You know what I mean? Close your eyes. So hard. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lock in a guess here. Let me just keep this playing so you guys can hear it. But, yeah, I'm a big fan of this track. So I'm going to vote accordingly. 2 years. How long ago exactly? March of 2022. So this is coming up. Or no, it just... How is this 2 years already? It's not the 31st of March yet. Well, either way, it's about 2 years old. All right, my guess is locked in, and the poll is now open. You guys vote in chat now. Tell me, does this have 23K streams? If so, you might want to vote A. Or if you're thinking this maybe has closer to 90K, 90,000 streams, you're going to want to vote B in chat. Or if we're thinking this has just over 100K maybe, 2 years, I think it could do it, then you might want to vote C, 112K. Or if you're feeling really ambitious, like Techno Diemo, you might go D. You might go D, which is 187,000 streams. Pretty split so far. A lot of people vote in A and a lot of people vote in B. You guys can't decide how underrated this track is. But so far, about half of you are saying A. You're gonna go way more underrated, which I think is respectable. I think that a track like this that's a little more slowed, a little more mellow, something to smoke to, not necessarily party to, maybe it doesn't have the potential to blow up like some more harder hitting tracks. But I was, for the most part, in agreement with you guys that it would be on the left half of the options. It'd be A or B. But I'm thinking it's good enough to pull in 90K. I think this one could definitely pull 90K in 2 years. Very fire track. I'm very curious to see who it's by. He hit Bill's swag? What does that mean? This is Mr. Beast's new EP? Damn. I gotta get hip. Okay, you guys are saying A. Let me lock in A for you guys. I'll keep my guess out here so you don't think I'm rewriting history here. Show me 23.2K streams. 3, 2, 1. 23.2K. Chat takes the first point of the day. Well done to all 12 of you who voted for A. That was about 57% of you guys, so most of you guys were right on the money there. What do I wear to bed? These are some personal questions, Lala, not listening. Chat forgot to take their meds. Nope, it's paying off. Whatever you guys ate for breakfast today, you're going to want to keep that in mind moving forward, because it's working out for you, clearly. Chat score 1, Yokai score 0. A tear comes to my eye. Well, okay, so this is by DJ Compton Palms, as some people have pointed out in chat, who I hope I'm not gonna get crucified for saying this, but I've not heard of DJ Compton Palms before. Is that sacrilegious of me? Close Your Eyes by DJ Compton Palms. They are tagging it as raw. So whoever said dirt in chat, eat your heart out, dog. This is raw. This is raw as fuck. Turning 17 today, DJ Compton Palms says. So I wanted to cook some special smooth gems for y'all guys. Also, this stuff got me summer vibes, so I hope y'all catch them too. Yeah, I got a little bit of summer vibes there. Like I said earlier in stream, it's feeling a little warmer where I live, so definitely feeling the summer vibes. Summer is in the air, as they say. You not tapped in, Unk? I guess not. I guess not. I can officially label myself an old head in the funk game. I've not heard of DJ Compton Palms. He's only got 1,400 followers on SoundCloud, so pretty underground, I would say. Let's see. Is he still active? Still putting stuff out? Yeah, he just dropped a track 2 months ago, so still fairly active. DJ Compton Palms. They're from Russia. From Damned City, Russia, specifically. Oh, okay, that's a cool idea, Nevin. If chat and Yokai tie or neither of them get it, the next one should be worth double, and so on. That'd be cool. So you're saying chat should have taken 2 points on that one? You think so? I know how chat's gonna feel about that one. We'll say moving forward, that's the rule, okay? Moving forward. You know, now I'm on my toes. I'll be ready. All right, let's get a new track pulled up here. I was a big fan of that one. What do you guys think? DJ Compton Palms. We got DJ Compton Palms fans in chat, it seems like. Okay. Next track coming right up. We got a lot of oldies today. This one's from 4 years ago, and it's from somebody with 74 tracks on SoundCloud. Pretty interesting looking waveform here. Looks like we're gonna be a little more choppy, a little more dynamic in the beginning, and then we'll get real fat, real full mix as we get further into the song. Let's give it a listen. Is fucked. I like ketchup on hot dogs. I like ketchup and mustard on burgers. Some cool sound effects there in the background. This person, I need to show this person what an equalizer is. It would change their life. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I want to get this one over with. Let me open the poll for you guys. My guess is locked in already. How many streams we thinking this one has? Vote in chat now. We never making it out with this one. That's right. No problem saying vote D, vote D. With the random sound effects in the background, it feels like they were kind of trying to go for some like old DJ Smokey shit. They've got that little Smokey SFX in there, but I don't know. It seems a little misguided. And yeah, a lot of frequencies that just don't sound great. All right, you guys got about 10 seconds left on the clock. Let me know, what are we thinking? For you guys, it's between 2,300 streams and 250,000. So I don't know. Maybe the D votes can pull it off. You guys are gonna need 8 more votes. Oh, and the polls are closed. Yeah, didn't didn't really work out for you guys. I'm sure you guys will be shocked to find out that I also think that this track is gonna not have too many streams. Alex is saying this is cheeks. Yeah, I might have to agree with you on that one. I'm usually not so negative about tracks on the show because I like to be constructive where I can. Here's my constructive criticism for this one. Learn how to fucking EQ, dog. This is rough. This is rough. Okay, let's find out. You guys are saying A. I'm saying A as well. Show me 2,300 streams. 3, 2, 1. It was 2,300 streams. We both take points on that one. But the next one's worth double, apparently. That's what Nevin suggested, so. Because we tied, I guess the next one will be worth double points. But anyways, this is Lil Ugly Mane, Throw Them Guns, produced by Space Ghost Perp. Wait a minute. Oh, this is a re-upload. Holy shit. Wow, I didn't mean to dog on the legend Space Ghost Perp so bad, but yikes. Not a great beat, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fan of some of his work, but that really was a swing and a miss. Lil Ugly Mane, not super active in the game anymore. I believe last I heard Lil Ugly Mane is now just chilling, living a normal life. So he's just casually like one of the most influential people in SoundCloud and rap history, and he's just out here, I think, working at a pizza shop is what I heard. So shout out to Lil Ugly Mane, shout out to Space Ghost Perp, in spite of his many faults, yeah, not the best beat from Space Ghost Perp that I've ever heard, which would also explain why there were some of those sound effects in the back that reminded me of Smokey, because obviously Smokey brought a lot of inspiration from Space Ghost Perp, so that does make sense. Gustavo's saying, I think Perp was geeked up making this. I think that's probably a fair assumption. I don't think someone sober would make a song that sounds like that. Elmery Kokinen with the €2 and 49, I'll just say 2.49 euro, American moment. What do you think about Walmart bags? Well, Walmart bags are not the sturdiest I've ever used. Nevin in chat and Haley, I believe, will also remember that I collected many plastic bags in my time, mostly from Kroger and Target. Target is like top tier. Target is like the top tier of plastic bags when we're talking about major grocery chains. And then at the very fucking bottom, we've got like a corner store with like the default "thank you, have a nice day" ass bags. And then somewhere close to the bottom, but not quite all the way at the bottom, we got the Walmart bags. They get tears in them way too easily. Yeah, not a big fan. Not a big fan of the Walmart bags. You get what you pay for, you know? Okay, yeah, we got a lot of people spamming next in the chat, so we'll move on to the next track here. But thank you, Elmarie Kokonen, for that super chat. I appreciate it. Very, very thoughtful question. People are saying IKEA bags are goated, and Menards bags. Yeah, I went to Menards the other day, and I don't think we got any bags, so I can't weigh in on that. But from what I remember, they're all right. Walmart bags, though? Not it. All right, let's get a new random track pulled out. Hopefully one that won't make me want to rip my ears off of my head. All right, we got here one from 2 years ago. It's about a 3-minute track from somebody with 53 tracks on SoundCloud. This one could have as little as 95K and as many as 500,000. So let's hear it and find out. Some really dope synths. I'd love respaces that sound like this with the glide, the note glides. This is sick. What would you guys call this? I don't know if you can necessarily call it hyperfunk. Sounds more like funk wave to me. Well, wave funk. Hyper wave? Someone's saying they heard it on TikTok, so it could definitely have 500,000 streams. But something I'm still trying to get a read on is how much TikTok virality translates to streams on SoundCloud specifically. Obviously, the TikTok to Spotify pipeline is very fleshed out at this point, but I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily translate to SoundCloud plays. Super sick. I really fuck with this track. I'm thinking this is by like, I don't know, is this like the type of shit that Skypier makes? Does Skypier make tracks like this, or Skeller? I get Skypier and Skeller mixed up. I think I'm thinking of Skeller. Young Demon's thinking C on this one. I think, judging by the fact that somebody said that this went viral on TikTok, I'm tempted to say it's not A. Skinny when he says, I wouldn't know if it went viral on TikTok because I have a life. Sometimes you can't escape it, okay? I never listen to Drift Funk, but I know all the big hits, okay? I know all the big TikTok hits in Drift Funk, so let's see here. 2 years ago. Okay. My guess is locked in, and your guys' poll is open. Let me know what you think in chat. Vote now. How many streams does this track from 2 years ago have? This hyperfunk / funk wave type of deal that may or may not have gone viral on TikTok. We thinking it has 95,000? If so, you can vote A. If we're thinking it's more 123,000 kind of vibes, you're gonna vote B. Or, alternatively, if you're thinking, I think it's got a lot of streams, I'm thinking maybe 200K, you're going to want to lock in C right now in chat. Or, if we're going to go a little more ambitious and say that this TikTok hit has brought in over 500,000 streams from the TikTok virality in just 2 years, then you can vote D. We've got 5 people thinking it's D. We've got 5 people going very ambitious on this one. We will see. You guys got about 5 seconds left on the clock. So D, if you want to make a comeback, you're going to need 8 votes right now. And the poll is closed. You guys almost, actually, yeah, a majority of you guys are saying C. You guys are thinking this one has about 200K streams. I'm sad to say I agree with you guys. So either way, we're going to end up tying on this round by scoring points or not scoring any points at all. But either way, I am curious to find out you know, how many streams it actually has, because it's a very good track, and if it went viral on TikTok, I would expect it to have at least 100K in 2 years. So yeah, we had a total of 10 people voting for B or D, so you guys will feel very vindicated if it ends up being one of those. Let's find out. I'll go ahead and lock in C for us. Show us 220,000 streams. 3, 2, 1. It was 510. Damn. This thing's pulling in a shit ton of streams, and it's by Mr. Playa, who I have heard of. This is a song called Toxic Memorial, and they're calling it just Experiment. That's the genre tag they put on it. Experiment. My first experiment in a different style. I am waiting for your support. Well, it looks like you didn't have to wait long, because you got over 500,000 streams in 2 years, dog. Holy shit. TikTok is making hits overnight. Mike Ehrmantraut, good to see you in chat, buddy. Would you rather only be able to make monkey noises or get 3 million streams on every song that you make? I'm going to go with the 3 million streams option. I think that it's a close one between those two, but I got to go with the 3 million streams one. Yeah, man. That's a very, very good track. Threw us off big time. Both of us got it wrong. So what do you think, Nevin? Nevin's the one who suggested that anytime we tie or both get it wrong, that it should double the next one. That makes 2 rounds now that we've had the same answer or had the same outcome. So that means the next one's going to be worth 4 points, right? Skinny Winnie voted D. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, 4 points on the next one. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Playa has a great selection of style of music too. Worth checking them out. It says generic username. Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely have to do more of a deep dive into his discography because I am familiar with the name, probably because of a lot of that TikTok virality factor, but I can't say that I have listened to a ton of his tracks. I couldn't name one off the top of my head, but big fan of that one specifically. Let's see. Is he still like pretty active? Yeah, 18 days ago, new track. I can tell from the art here that he's really leaning into that TikTok anime funk aesthetic. So yeah, I'll have to give it a more of a deep dive some other time. Very cool. Make it exponential so the next one's worth 16 points. I think that I would end up with a repeat of episode 1 if I did one of those gimmicks. Generic username says follow him, angry face. My following list on SoundCloud is sacred, brother. That's you ask any SoundCloud user, that's like you're in the inner circle if you're in somebody's SoundCloud following. That's the one I'm most protective of. I don't just go handing those out. You know what I'm saying? Vaughn is the type of guy to unrepost tracks. You got to keep the feed clean, brother. I keep it up for 24 hours, and then I leave up anything that I'm actually associated with. I don't want somebody to go to my profile and just see a bunch of random shit. Got to keep the feed clean, okay? TikTok anime funk aesthetic is the worst fucking string of words ever. Yeah, none of those words are in the Bible, but it's the world we live in. It is the world that we live in. All right, let's get the next track pulled up. I think that one was... I haven't got a new one pulled up yet. Let's see. All right, next up, we got a track from a year ago. Normal, standard-looking waveform. It looks like we'll get off to a pretty loud start right off the bat. But you can see this person has 73 tracks on SoundCloud. So they've been in the game for a minute. And this one is not super recent, but recent enough. Could have as few as 26K or as many as 93K. Let's give it a listen.
Y'all know what time it is. Shadowstar.
Okay. Raw? It's fucking raw?
Bitch.
Am I right? This is sick. Not dirt. It is raw. Raw confirmed. It's fucking raw. Very good. It does feel Roland Jonesy. I would not be surprised to find out if it is, because I heard his tag in it. You know what other perk gets used a lot in these raw tracks? It's that little gyro sound. You know the gyro? The fucking wooden fish instrument that... Isaac, yeah, it could totally be Isaac. Sounds like some 2018 Roland Jones. Could be some Isaac. Wooden fish instrument. Look it up, dog. It looks like a wooden fish. It's a little wooden fish with some little ridges on its side. And try to see the solar eclipse. I'm not too far from the perfect ideal little range, so I think I'm definitely gonna have to check that shit out. Stare directly into it. That's the strat, right? You stare directly into the solar eclipse to get the best view of it, right? Another thing I really like about this track is those Rhodes. The Rhodes in that sample are so nice. And maybe it's just like the specific chop that they chose to use, but like on loop, it's so catchy. Okay. I'm gonna lock in a guess here. This one, how close is it to 2 years? Okay, it just celebrated its 1 year anniversary. So with that in mind, I'm gonna lock in a guess here. All right, my guess is locked, and your poll is open. What are we thinking? We're thinking this one, this raw track from 1 year ago, has 26K. If you're thinking 26K, you're gonna want to lock in your vote for A right now in chat. Or if you're thinking it's maybe closer to 40K, lock in a vote for B. That's 39.8K. Or maybe you're thinking it's got a little more than 40K, something like 43.1K, maybe. Go ahead and lock in C if you're thinking that. Or if you want to go a little more ambitious, say that this raw track from 1 year ago has almost 100K. After just over a year, go ahead and lock in D. What are we thinking so far? Most people are saying A. Over half of you actually are saying A. You think this only has 27K? I think that's a fair amount of streams to pull in a year, but I don't know. I think it goes kind of crazy, so I wouldn't be shocked to find out if it had more. All right, the poll is now closed. It was a tough fight. It was a very close fight between A and B. Exactly half of you guys voted for A. So you guys are thinking that this one has about 27K. I'm thinking it's more on the 40K side of things, okay? As a reminder, this is worth double points because of how often we've been tying each other, okay? It's worth double, actually, because we tied 2 times, okay? Oh, Nevin, are you actually calling me? I'm so confused. Answer the phone. Ain't nothing happening on the phone, dog. Okay, I went with B. As you can see, I think it's more along the lines of 40K. I saw somebody say in chat, possibly a cheater, they could just remember the name or remember the song, that this was by Shadowstar. And I think Shadowstar is a little bit more of an established artist, someone who could reasonably be expected to pull in 40K streams on a track in a year. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and reveal. You guys are saying A, so I'll lock that in for you guys. Show me 26.6K. 3, 2, 1. 26.6K. Chat, you just earned yourself 4 points because of this damn gimmick that Nev wanted to institute. So thank you, Nev. Well done. Well done, Nev. The new system just gave chat a 4-point lead over me. Wait, no. A 5-point lead over me. Oh my god, I can never get anywhere close to chat before it becomes an absolute fucking blowout. Damn. All right, even more pressure. Even more pressure. I gotta close this gap, man. I gotta close this gap. We don't want another 42-0. That's not happening. I won't let it happen. I'm not letting Nev come up with any more ideas. No more gimmicks. All right. Enough dilly-dallying, okay? It's time to lock the fuck in. Let me get a new random track pulled up. Oh, I forgot to comment on this. So Shadowstar apparently is not the main person on this track. This is actually a track by none other than Suavi, who I've not heard of before, but I would assume they're part of either Dark Side Cult or Iced Out Clique. So a bit of a big collaboration here. We got Mr. Playa on here, who we just had a track from not too long ago. So Mr. Playa and Shadowstar feature on this track. So I'm very surprised with that, especially that it didn't get more than 30K. But hey, either way, fire track. Everybody go check it out if you're into it. And yeah. We're going to have to lock the fuck in, okay? Wait, Young Smart Rider, is that who Suavi is? Or is that Shadowstar? Oh, okay. They're from Iraq, Australia. That helps. Cool. Okay, let's get a new track pulled up here. Very interesting there. Very interesting. Changed his name last year. Okay. So the artist formerly known as Young Smart Writer, now Suavi. All right, we got our first one from a little bit more recently. Our first one today from within the last year. This one comes from 18 days ago from somebody with 58 tracks on SoundCloud. This one could have as few as 1,300 streams or as many as 4,400 streams. So it'll be a little harder to pinpoint on this one, but let's listen extra closely so we can maybe figure it out. Nice little Wilhelm scream, okay. I like the string sample. I think it needs to be EQ'd a little differently. It's a little piercing on the high end. Avenado, I'll let you guess what my favorite type of weather is. It ain't clear. Honestly, it probably is, but for the brand, I have to answer differently. My brand. Rain, storm, lightning, all of the above. Got some cool scratches in this one. Pretty cool track. It's got a nice little bounce to it, some cool drums. I think the biggest piece of feedback I would have for this one is I would just mix it a little differently. I think it's lacking a lot of low end and it's got a little too much high end. I think if you played this in a club, people would need some earplugs and not for the low end. Yes, I am a fellow storm enjoyer, believe it or not. I'm a fan of storms if I'm inside. Okay. I'm actually really stumped on this one. As you can see, because it's so recent, all of the options are pretty close to each other, so you really kind of just have to go out on a limb. I think the one thing that is helping is knowing that this person has 58 tracks on SoundCloud. That, to me, implies that they've been in the game for a minute. You know, they've built up a little bit of an audience, probably, at this point. I don't know. My guess is locked in. Let me open the poll for you guys. What are you thinking on this one? I'm very curious to hear from you guys. Do we think that this one's a little more on the underrated side, pulling in maybe like around 1,370 streams, for example? If so, you want to vote A. Or if you're a little bit more bullish on it, right? Bullish, not bearish. If you're a little more bullish on this one, you might want to say B, 1,600. Just a little bit higher, okay? Just a little bit higher. Only 18 days this track has been out, okay? Or if we're thinking this is somebody who's got a pretty sizable audience, they can pull some streams in just 18 days. Maybe you want to lock in C, 2,500 streams. Or if we're thinking this is a real heavy hitter of the scene, you know, they put out almost 60 tracks on SoundCloud. They've got a dedicated core audience out here. Maybe you're going to go with D, 4,400 streams. And it's playing a different song now. Sorry, forgot to loop it. All right. 8 seconds left on the poll. You guys are tied up on... No, not tied up. B has slightly taken a lead here. Interesting. Okay. So B barely takes it for you guys. You guys are thinking that this one has 1,600 streams. I went a little bit more on the underrated side, personally. I think that based on what I can hear from this track, it sounds like they might have a smaller, like, dedicated audience that can help them pull in 1,000 streams or so. But I don't know if they are necessarily at the level, or it doesn't sound like they're at the level where they're going to be pulling in multiple thousands of streams in under a month, if that makes sense. So that's why I went with A. But totally respect your guys' guess. I mean, it's less than 300 away from my guess. So you guys are saying B. I'm saying A. Let's lock the fuck in. Show me 1,600 plays. 3, 2, 1. It was 1,300. Yokai puts another point on the board gladly. Interesting. Okay, so this is from Holy Sus. I actually believe we've had a track from Holy Sus on the show before. Someone who I do consider to be a very underrated producer. You can see here, Holy Sus. This is a track with Demonized beats. So pretty fire track. Like I said, it's got a cool groove, some cool drums. Maybe it just needs a little bit of EQ. A little bit of EQ on that high end. When did Vaughn get so vulgar? I need to rein it back a little bit, rein it in. Make it a little more family-friendly Minecraft server. Do you think bread is better toasted? In almost all situations, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Holy Sus, Holy Amogus. Great observation there, Auroral. Something to keep in mind, for sure. Did that influence your vote? You can see we got the link here in chat. Thank you, Haley. If you want to go run up this track by Holy Sus and Demonized Beats, feel free to do so. We got Necros in chat. Welcome, Necros. Dude, a Minecraft server would be kind of lit. I know right now we're doing a lot of Wordle in the Discord, but maybe we need a SoundCloud game show in Minecraft so that we actually can have punishments for the loser, you know? You drop them into a fucking pit of lava or something. All right. Yes, you should get back to Wordle. We're very active, posting our scores every single day. I think we're on Wordle number 1011. So we're on it daily. Join the Discord. Lala Not Listening asks what I think of the video suggestions channel in my server. It's gotten a little unruly, admittedly, in the past month or so, but I think it did give me a fun idea for a YouTube video. So stay tuned. I will be doing something with those video ideas. Just might not be necessarily what you expect. Thousander asks, advice on how to get a full mix / loud mix. Here's the secret sauce, okay? Something that I discovered very recently, actually. Something that I consider myself a lifelong learner, a student of life. And I'm always trying to up my game, especially in mixing. Because I always noticed, even if I use a reference track, I can't get my shit to sound quite as loud as some of my colleagues. So, yeah, little problem. He figured it out. 4 sausage fatteners on the master. That's how you do it. No. Here's what you should look into. Stereo field. Use the stereo field to your advantage. If you start turning something up and you can't get it to sound loud without it sounding fucking awful, try using some stereo separation. Separate things out. There's a way to create this not optical illusion, but this auditory illusion where it sounds like something is, separated or further back in space. The way they do it is by panning one version of it all the way to the right and panning one version all the way to the left and slightly delaying it so that it gives the impression or the illusion of it being further back in the mix. And it really helps to fill out the mix. Obviously, there's EQing and all that as well. Very basic stuff, but yeah. I could get into mixing all day. I don't want to bore people with that, but let's get into the next track and maybe we can discuss a little bit further later. But that's like the biggest advice I would give. Something that I've definitely tried to improve on myself recently. Didn't know you had to have a doctorate in this shit. Yeah, I know. Taking notes. All right, next track coming up. All right, we got one here from 2 years ago, and this is from somebody with 18 tracks on SoundCloud. We got a bit of a wild options here, wild set of options. It could be as few as 500 streams, or if you're not thinking it's quite that underrated, you could step up to 100,000, 184,000, or 186,000. Let's see. Let's give it a listen. Maybe we can figure it out. Yes, what I was talking about with that stereo stuff, stereo separation, that's what you want to look up, stereo separation. I think people call it stereo imaging. Stereo imaging is a related concept as well. Look that up. track. I think that it's good. Is it 100K plus good? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide on that one. I personally think I'm already ready to lock my guess in. But something to keep note of. 18 tracks from this person on SoundCloud, so not a lot of experience. This track is from 2 years ago, so either this is one of their earlier tracks or they just don't upload very often. Okay? So I'm going to lock in my guess accordingly. And I'm going to open the poll for you guys to let me know what you guys think. What are we thinking? We're thinking this one has around 500 streams in 2 years. If so, you're going to want to vote A in chat now. Or if we're thinking, no, I think this one's good enough. It's been around for 2 years. That's quite a long time to pull in some streams. So I'm going to say 100K, maybe. Or maybe you want to say 184K. I think it's really up there. Or 186K, bump it up an extra 2,000. Why not? We got some people saying B, but for the most part, you guys are saying A. You've got 10 votes in for A, 11 votes for A. I'm very curious to see how this goes. Is B going to be able to pull enough votes to overcome the A voters? 15 seconds left on the clock. Let me know what you guys think in chat now. Big Floppa, you submitted this one? All right, well, very curious to see what the results are. Okay. I'm not going to lie, guys. I think that this one is kind of obvious. Sometimes the random number generator that generates the incorrect options just so happens to produce a bunch of numbers that are really close to each other. So obviously the black sheep here is A. You guys voted A. I voted A. I think it's pretty obvious this one's going to be A. I think it's more on the underrated side. Yeah, Zephyr says, sounds good, but I think it's underrated. I think that's a fair assumption. Let's go ahead and lock in A here, get this over with, tie it up, and then the next round will be worth double. Show me 562. 3, 2, 1. All right. To all 5 of you who voted for B, why don't you go ahead and just DM me? We'll let you host the show from now on. Clearly, you guys have a better handle of this. Oh my God, that one really shocked me. Okay. Remind me to never think that I know what's going on here with the randomly generated options, because clearly we got thrown for a loop here. This one had 104K. And I'm not trying to dog on the quality of B or the quality of the beat at all. I think that is a very fire song. It just looks like clearly one of these does not fit with the others. And so I thought that it should have been A. But damn. All right. None of us pick up a point there. That's crazy. That is crazy. Someone says Def must be botted or something. I don't know, man. 2,300 likes for 100K plays. It seems legit to me. It seems legit. 33 comments does seem a little low for that much, but and 61 reposts. I don't know. It could be botted. I'll say that. It could be botted. 33 comments, 61 reposts. That does seem a little low compared to 2,300 likes and 100K plays. But regardless, we did get this one wrong. Yikes, man. I can't believe that. Wow. Homeless. I have heard of Homeless before. Homeless, you'll have to respond to the botting allegations. These are some pretty severe accusations being thrown your way. Yeah, that is nuts. The generator really bamboozled us on that one. That's rough. That's rough. Lemon says, hey, Vaughn, maybe one day we vote before you do to give you a helping hand. That'd be chat hosting the show. I guess you're right. It would be. Yeah, maybe that's the move. Chat schools Vaughn. But hey, man, I'm speaking to just the 5 people who voted B because they know what the fuck's going on. One person voted for C and they were on the right track, but Not quite. Slandering the homeless. Yeah, we're really not putting on for the homeless out here, I guess. So shout out to Homeless. Pretty fire track. Kind of some D&B influence on this one. Go show some love to that one if you're into it. And leave a comment. And leave a repost. Get those other numbers up, okay? We don't want him getting these botting accusations. Nobody wants the botting accusations. Yeah, Auroral, I think that it wasn't necessarily genuinely thinking that it had 500 plays in 2 years. It was more so thinking that we were smarter than the bot. That's what it was. That's what it was. We thought we were smarter than the bot. The bot bamboozled us. Unfortunate. Let's get another track pulled up. And as a reminder, because neither of us got that one right, the next one's worth double. So this next one is worth 2. Yo, we got the second super chat of the day, also from Elmarie Kokonen. How to get cheeseball crumbs out of my MIDI keyboard keys? Asking for a friend. Elmarie, that is a great question. Something we've all struggled with from time to time. You're just munching on some cheese balls and the crumbs start falling into your MIDI keyboard keys. Not a great situation, not one that any musician wants to deal with. What you're going to want to do is pick up the MIDI keyboard. And you're going to grab a Phillips head. It has to be a Phillips head, so make sure you grab a Phillips head screwdriver. You're going to want to turn the MIDI keyboard upside down and find the 4 little screws holding it together, okay? This is very important. You're going to find the 4 little screws that hold it together, pick it up, and smash the whole thing on the ground, stomp on it a few times, and that'll get all the crumbs out. That should work. It's worked for me. Let your friend know. I hope it goes well. All right, next track, I believe it is this one, right? 4 months ago, you can see this person has 128 tracks on SoundCloud. So very prolific member of the SoundCloud community. Let's hear this track. This is a more recent one from the catalog. Okay. This is pretty different from a lot of submissions we get. Trying to figure it out if this is original vocals. It's not feeling like this is dirt. I don't think this is funk, no. But then again, this is the SoundCloud game show, not the funk game show, okay? So we can get any kind of track on this show, okay? Any kind of track, submit whatever you want. This is a perfect example of that. We get a little bit of diversity. Why not? You know, give us a more well-rounded understanding of the underground. These strike me as original vocals. You can hear in the vocals, I feel like you'd be able to hear some artifacting if it were vocals that were separated from an existing track. Young Demon, vote skip. Bass trap. Yeah. It's a cool flow. It doesn't sound like he's just like straight up ripping someone else's style, so I dig it. But here's the tricky thing I've said about specifically underground rap on SoundCloud is it is extremely difficult to pull streams as an underground rapper on SoundCloud. Now you can see this person's put out 128 tracks, but then again, we've seen this before. You guys remember Drax? Any people, any regulars in chat probably remember we've had a couple submissions from Drax before. Drax is one of the more fire underrated rappers I've heard recently, and he doesn't get the streams that you would think he does. There's just a lot of people competing in this same space, a lot of people with a very similar sound trying to make it. Hydro says the vocals are original. Very cool. Yeah, I'm a fan of these vocals, and I'm very interested to see where this one shakes out. But based on it being released 4 months ago, I think I'm ready to lock in a guess. Now the question is, did Hydro submit this track because he came across it and it was like, oh, this is blowing up, I gotta submit this? Or is it like a situation, oh, I know this guy, this track needs to be put on, this track doesn't have a lot of streams, it deserves more? You know, try to understand the psychology. Don't tell us, Hydro, don't give it away, but I'm just curious what's what was the inciting incident here, you know? I'm gonna lock in a guess here. As a reminder, this one's worth double points. Double points on this one because we didn't get, nobody scored a point last round. So let me open the poll for you guys. What are we thinking? You guys think this track from 4 months ago has 6,000 streams? If so, you're gonna wanna vote A. Or maybe it has 10K streams. We think it's crossing that threshold where it gets the special K abbreviation. Then you wanna vote B in chat. Anyways, if you're thinking it's got a little bit closer to quarter of thousand, what am I trying to say? Quarter of 100,000. It's probably easier to just say 25,000. 25,000 streams, you're gonna wanna vote C. Or if we're thinking it's closer to 40K in just 4 months, you're gonna wanna vote D. Most people are saying A. Seeing a lot of A votes coming in. 73% of you guys saying A. Got 20 seconds left on the clock. Make sure to vote in chat. We got Breeze in chat. What's good, Breeze? Everybody say hello to Breeze. Is that Breeze 4 or Breeze 4A? It looks like Breeze 4 to me. I think when I originally saw your name, I thought it was Breeze Force. Like the Justice League, but I don't know. Windy. Just a breeze. All right, the poll is over, and you guys are saying A. You guys think it's more on the underrated side, and I agree. So regardless of how this one comes out, the next one is going to be worth 4 points. Okay? Breeze 4. Got it. Okay. Let's find out. You guys are saying 6,000. I'm saying 6,000. Show me 6,000. 3, 2, 1. 10K. It was 10,000, guys. Come on. Come on now. We had a few people in chat. 2 people, actually. Only 2 of you voted for B. So whoever voted for B, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, you weren't able to convince the rest of chat. But damn. 10K streams. I think that's pretty good. That's a great amount of streams to pull in 4 months. And this is from 60, also known as OK60. So yeah, go run that one up if you're into it. I think it's one of the more fresh, more interesting underground rap tracks we've looked at recently on the show. So yeah, very cool submission here. And I'm happy to see that it's getting more than 6,000 streams. I figured that, you know, with this underground rap stuff, it's so hard to break through that maybe it wouldn't be pulling that much. But as you can see here, 60 has been really putting in work, 128 tracks on SoundCloud and a little over 11,000 followers. So he's really out here putting in the work. And yeah, some very cute artwork here. I like the, I don't know if it really fits the vibe of the song. I got a little bit more of a happier vibe, but this is looking a little scared the shit out of you vibe. So interesting there. Yeah, what are you guys thinking? Cover looks like a Suicide Saga, but tracks sound nothing like it. Yeah, that's a fairly accurate statement. Skinny, are you asking Breeze 4, did he get his name from the feeling when someone pantses you butt naked? I'm dying to see Breeze's answer to that. I gotta know. That's the question I've been wanting to ask him all along. Yeah, we got a few people who got that one right, but not everybody. Not everybody. Tara Main, welcome to chat. How we doing? All right. So, because nobody scored a point that round again, this next one's worth 4 points. This is my chance to make a comeback. This is my chance to make a comeback. We're going to make it happen, okay? Yokai is not going to take this lying down. What do we got here? 3 months ago, somebody with 176 tracks on SoundCloud. So another person putting out a lot of shit on SoundCloud. Let's give it a listen. 3 months ago, this one could have as few as 1,200 streams or as many as 25,000. That's a good question, Slasher. I think I've won 2 games. We've done 6. This would be 7th. So I'm 2 for 6. Pretty good so far, huh? It's a pretty wavy waveform, yeah. It seems like it's from... Yeah, very restrained 808 pattern. That's how I would describe it. Very restrained. Yeah, there's some spots where it feels like some things are a little out of key, but oh, it's a Zelda sample. Yeah, Lemon is a big OST enjoyer, so he's pretty good at identifying the samples. Kind of a cool switch with the triplet hats, but yes, DJ Somber, you can submit a track from any genre you want. This is the SoundCloud game show, okay? Don't let anyone tell you different. It's not the funk game show. It's not the dirt game show. It's not the raw game show. It's the SoundCloud game show. Not officially associated with nor endorsed by SoundCloud. Gotta say that. I did hear about that, Slasher. We actually had a Plankton track on the show not too long ago. Yeah, that's horrible to hear. That sucks. Never a good time when a pillar of the community is no longer with us. Rest in peace, Plankton. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about this track. Like I said, I feel like there are some spots where things are a little out of key. So I'm not super bullish on this track. I don't think it's going to be pulling a shit ton of streams, but I don't know. Then again, something else to keep in mind, when you see people with this many uploads, it could definitely be a re-upload channel. So it's possible that this track is from not 3 months ago. It's possible it's from not even 3 years ago, probably older, like 2015, 2016 type shit. Yeah, the mix isn't great. Some things sound a little bit out of key, and I don't feel like the vocals are super on time most of the time, but oh, it's definitely not a re-upload, says Auroral. Okay, well, I'm gonna lock in a guess here. Either way, I think regardless of whether it's a re-upload or an original track, I think my guess is probably right on the money. So I'm gonna open the poll for you guys. What are we thinking? What are we thinking in chat? If you think this one has 1,200 streams, go ahead and vote A in chat. Or if we're thinking it has more, maybe like 2,700, vote for B in chat. Or alternatively, you're thinking maybe it's got 7.8K, something like that, go ahead and lock in C. Or if you want to go really ambitious, say this one has 25K. If you're super confident in this track, you can vote D. But yeah, I don't know. This one's worth 4 points, guys. This one's worth 4 points. It's a close race for you guys. The B votes almost took it. The V votes almost took the lead. But guys, it looks like we're going to be doubling up next round again because I also went A. I think that all things considered, I don't know if this track is really going to be pulling a super high number of streams. So I also went with A. So let's find out. We're both saying A. Regardless of what happens, next round is going to be a really big one. 8 points for the next round because we can't seem to put any points on the board otherwise. Show me 1,220 streams. 3, 2, 1. It was 1,200 streams. Well done, chat. We both score 4 points that time. We both score 4 points. So that's what? 10 to 6. Still a 4-point gap, but nothing we can't overcome with next round, which is worth 8 points because we cannot seem to diverge, okay? We're always either in alignment or both wrong. There is no in between this game for some reason. Yeah, of course, Terry, man. There's some artists where, you know, I'm just curious what their overall sounds like, you know? So yours was one of them. Went checked out some of your other shit. Yeah, so this track is from Indigo 64, I believe. Was Indigo 64 in chat? He is! Indigo 64! Did you submit this one? I think you did. Thank you so much for your submission. I know that it takes a lot to want to put your music out there and let people react to it, especially if it's, going to be, constructive criticism, things they would change. I personally was not a huge fan of this track, but I wouldn't let that discourage you. Definitely keep grinding. You've been out here putting out 176 tracks on SoundCloud so far. That is super admirable, dude. Keep at it. Keep putting out tracks. Something's working. You got 7,300 followers on SoundCloud, dog. You got to be in like the top 5%. Okay? Yeah, very nice track. Everybody go show some love to Indigo 64. And thank you again for that submission. Multiplicative Lemon says, yeah, I mean, how else are you supposed to do it? You got to up the stakes. You got to up the stakes. But then again, I mean, 45 minutes left in stream. The stakes could get very high. Very high. I'm catching up. It only looks like I'm catching up because we keep having to double the next one. So let's get the next one pulled up. Hopefully, well, either way, this next round is going to be interesting because chat's either going to have 18. It's going to be 18-6 or 14-10. So either way, it'll be an interesting matchup. Let's get the next track pulled up here. You can see we got another one from 4 years ago. So we got a lot of oldies on today's show. Okay? Why do people keep saying I look like Freddie Dredd? I've been hearing this for years. Not that I mind it. Okay? Freddie's a very handsome gentleman. Okay? But what about this? Says Freddie Dredd in 2024, the year of our Lord. Okay? When has Freddie Dredd had hair this long? When is the last time Freddie Dredd had a beard this short? You know? Freddie Dredd, I love that man, but I am not Freddie Dredd. Stop calling me Freddie. Okay, let's hear this track. 4 years ago, this person has 128 tracks on SoundCloud. Oh, is Fat 32 a Von Storm lookalike as well? We'll have to get him on a side-by-side comparison. To be fair, Freddie and I have not been in the same room at the same time before, so you never know. Exactly, Lemon. Okay, we got another underground rap entry here. This is kind of giving me like Trevor Daniel vibes. You guys remember Trevor Daniel? I can't remember the name of... Was it Falling by Trevor Daniel that went like super viral on TikTok in like 2019 or something? I was there for a minute in my head, but now I'm good. How to find myself, really feeling like I should. Call it quits, yeah, I swear I was going through so much shit. Now I'm manifesting my life. Yeah, it sounds like... I'm doing alright. So much shit down, I have no time. Who is this? The name sounds so... Or the voice sounds so familiar. Yeah, this is giving me like Trevor Daniel vibes. So this shit can blow up. This shit definitely has the potential to get a shit ton of streams. This one in particular could have as few as 50K and as many as 250K. So it is certainly possible that this one could have a shit ton of streams. Oh man, and this one's worth 8 points. This one's worth 8 points. I really gotta nail this one. It sucks that so many of them are so close to each other. 200K, 230, and 240. It's a pretty fucking good song. I could see it blowing up. Alright, I've got my guest locked in. I'm just going to have to send it. Full send, University. You guys let me know in chat. What are we thinking? A, B, C, or D? Vote in chat now. We got another underground rap submission here from 4 years ago. Plenty of time to rack up some streams. Are we thinking it's more in the 50K range? Because if so, you're going to want to vote A in chat now. Or if you're thinking this one's good enough to pull 200K streams, you could maybe go with B, 201K. Now, if you're thinking this one's a little closer to 250,000, think this one's pulling 250,000 streams in 4 years, you could go with C, 237K. But if you really want to max out your vote, if you're really feeling good about this song, you think you can pull 250,000 streams in 4 years, you're going to want to vote D. Pretty good distribution of votes here. Most of you guys, though, are saying B. Most of you guys are thinking that this one has 200K, just over the 200K threshold. Slasher says, I feel like it's A, but chat knows better. Chat does seem to be pretty good at guessing these. So, you guys locked in at B. Half of you said B. 9 votes. Half of you. Well, this might decide where this game goes, because I put C. I think that this one is definitely of the quality. I mean, the mix is on point. I don't really have anything to say about the mix. I'm not really an authority on lyricism, but the lyrics sound fine. Good flow, good audio engineering on the vocals. I don't see any reason for it not to pull in over 200K, which you guys saw as well. But I just felt like it's probably a little closer to the quarter million option, just because it's a pretty good track. It's pretty good, I think. It's got the quality necessary to pull a $250,000. But I didn't feel comfortable going with a $250,000, so I just went with C, 237K. So I'm hoping that turns out well for me. I'm hoping that chat doesn't score it on this one. Oh God, it would ruin me. It would ruin me if chat got this one correct. So I'm really hoping it's not this one, but I'll lock it in for you guys. I want to see 237K. Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Wow, it was D. It was D. 247K. I saw Goat Playa said 100% D right before I revealed. So Goat Playa, congratulations. And to the 2 people who voted D, congrats to you guys. You guys really called a spade a spade. This one is another one from 6-0, actually. I think that, yeah, we've got two tracks that were submitted by Hydro of this rapper 6-0. This one's called Try with Love on Friday. And yeah, I think this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. This guy's clearly putting in work. I should have known. I should have remembered that he was the one who had 128 tracks. So yeah, I should have known. Anyways, yeah, another fire track here from 6-0. Go check it out if you're into it. Freddie Dredd killed the original. Vaughn changed my mind. His voice is way too. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yes, Freddie Dredd killed the original Von Storm, made a song about it, and then took over the channel. You are correct. You are correct. Conspiracy confirmed. Yeah, maybe I was Ryan C all along. But yeah, I was surprised by this one. Obviously these 3 options were really close to each other, so it was kind of hard to tell, but chat, things are getting really interesting. Maybe I should cap the doubling thing at 8. I feel like it's going to get really out of hand if we double it again to 16 points. I mean, I don't think you guys could reasonably come back from that. If I had 18 points on, or 16 points on top of my 6, 22 to 10, you guys would be pretty hard pressed to come back from that. So anyways, I think we're going to cap that, tie bonus at 8. We're going to keep it so that the next one is worth 8. I don't want things to get too out of hand. Lemon's saying just make it worth 4. I think that's what we should do moving forward, but now I've already committed to this. So 8 it is. 8 it is. Skinny Winnie, did you get that one right? Are you that much of a genius? Or are we just coming up with conspiracy theories? All right, another track pulled up here. Oh, the application did not respond. What does that mean? Okay, we got it. It worked. All right, another track here. This one is also worth 8 because we did not score a point on that one. Should just go up by 2 every tie. That could work. So this one would be worth 10. Yeah, I don't know. I think I should have done Lemon's thing in the first place and just made it worth 4 every time. Or cap it at 4. Anyways, let's go ahead and listen to this one. This one's from 2 years ago. This person only has 4 tracks on SoundCloud. Yeah, Slasher pointed that out. That's not a lot of tracks. Not a lot of tracks. And this one's from 2 years ago, so they either never post or it's, you know, someone who's just like maybe it's a second account or something. Who knows? could have as few as 6,700 or as many as 187,000. Let's give it a listen. I like this sample. Super nice. I feel like I've heard this before. Like maybe I've heard the original. This is like EDM. Okay, I get it. Maybe it wasn't a sample. EDM from somebody with 4 tracks. TP Brout is saying kind of boring. Cookmaster Jeff is saying nice chill song. Inside you there are 2 wolves. All right. Got some extremely loud synth chords. Extremely loud. Who submitted this one? Someone in chat said they submitted this one. Yeah, is this dirt? I don't think this one's dirt. Maybe raw, right? Someone said copyright free music. Yeah, copyright free music at beat. I like that. Yeah, it's tough predicting these. I don't know if I am tapped into the EDM scene well enough to really know what this type of track would pull in 2 years, no less. I personally haven't heard this song before, so I'm tempted to say that maybe it doesn't have 187K. This person only has 4 tracks, so I'm really not sure. I'm really stumped on this one. But this one's worth 8 points, so I need to get it. YouTube outro music, yeah. YouTube intro ad music. Yeah, we need the 3D letters that say yokai to animate it in. Hey guys, welcome to my new Minecraft tutorial on how to get infinite diamonds. I like that. Dude, the diamonds exploit where you would find clay and then dig down at a certain point, that was the ultimate diamond exploit. Real Minecraft heads know that one. Real Steve and Alex is out there will know what I'm saying. God damn it, man. 4 tracks, that's really throwing me off. I would have a much easier time guessing if this person didn't have 4 tracks on SoundCloud. Like, what am I supposed to make of that? What am I supposed to make of that? Mike Ermintrout, you're right. That one got patched out, that exploit. The best one was crashing the chest. I might not know about that one. That sounds like a dupe exploit. Okay. It does sound like YouTube intro / outro music, so I should probably keep that in mind as well. Okay. My guess is locked in. You guys let me know in the chat. You can vote in the poll. What are we thinking? A, B, C, or D? Let me keep the song playing a little bit in the background so you guys can hear it. As you can tell, EDM track, intro, YouTube intro / outro music from 2021, December of 2021, from an account with only 4 tracks on SoundCloud. This question is worth 8 points. This could decide where the game goes, okay? Yeah, this is some real OG funk track, okay? Gonna really have to take that in consideration before you guess. Pretty even split of votes. You guys are tied between B and C so far. You guys are tied. Get your votes in. You got about 10 seconds left on the clock if you want to shift the vote, okay? Terramain's saying he's never wrong, and he voted D, okay? What are you guys thinking? Does this one have 187,000 streams? I don't know. That's a lot of streams. All right, well, guys, I've got some bad news for you. The poll is tied. You guys both said 8 votes for B and 8 votes for C. So I'm gonna have to flip a coin on this one to decide which one you guys are voting for. I'm not gonna reveal my guess yet because I think that makes things a little more interesting while we do the coin flip. So flip a coin, why don't you? All right, you can see there, if I zoom out a little bit, heads. You guys got heads. So you guys are voting B. You guys are voting B. Let me go back to the song here. You guys are saying that this song has 14.3K. Well, I'm saying that it has about 10 times as much, okay? I think this one's got 140.5K. This type of YouTube intro-ass music, it pulls streams, okay? I really don't know what to make of the fact that this person only has 4 tracks on SoundCloud, but we're just gonna ignore that. That doesn't matter. Who needs that information, okay? This track is 2 years old, and it sounds like it would have a lot of streams, okay? It sounds like it's getting played at EDM festivals all across the world. But the coin has decided your fate, okay? You guys are gonna have to lock in B. We'll see if you guys were right. You guys are wanting to see 14K pop up. I'm wanting to see 140K pop up. Let's reveal. 3, 2, 1 for 8 points. God damn it, dog. This is the most boring game ever. Nobody's scoring. 6,700. What? How was I supposed to know that? How are you supposed to know that? Oh, man. Mike Ehrmantraut voted A. You guys should have listened to Mike. Didn't you watch Breaking Bad? You got to listen to Mike. When Mike says vote A, you got to vote A. God dang it. Okay. Oh, this is a collective? Aurora's saying that this is a collective, which would explain why there's only 4 tracks on the profile. But damn. 6,700. Okay, so you guys were way closer than me, to be fair. But Aurora's asking if it's a collective. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like it is. Maybe it is. Just alone. I would have to turn off the Chrome extension to see any of that information. Let me turn it off real quick. I am curious now. It's not seeming like this is a collective. I think it's like actually just a person. They're following 1,000 people. That's insane. So yeah, very interesting track there. I obviously was not expecting that outcome. Unfortunately, we are going to have to continue with no one scoring a point. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that shit. Yeah, it is possible that they just privated a bunch of tracks. That's true. Why didn't you vote for A, Walter? That's good. Yeah, submit a Ramirez track for sure. That'll possibly throw us off, but I think it'll be pretty easy to tell what a Ramirez track sounds like. Okay, we'll get another random track pulled up. Again, this one's for 8 points, okay? Someone needs to score. Someone needs to put some points on the board, okay? Here we've got a random track, once again, pulled up, and I forgot to turn the Chrome extension on. So as you can see, Clover submitted this track by himself. Everybody say, sorry, Clover. Yokai's an idiot. He forgot to turn the extension back on. Everybody go show some love to Clover. Very sorry that we could not feature this track because I'm an idiot. The episode we just uploaded today was me making the same mistake within the first minute of the video. So, I never learn. Yokai never learns. Common Yokai L. Common Yokai L. Unfortunate. The Chrome extension is back on now. Let's get another track pulled up. Yeah, Roral, it's your fault. You shouldn't have even asked. Okay, this one's possibly a more interesting one anyways. We got 21 days ago, 2 tracks from this person on SoundCloud, okay? This one's tough. Let's listen to it. Indigo's vocals ride on this one. So clean. Really clean drums too. Like really nice attention to the mix and the sound selection on their drums. I think the one thing I would change is maybe the kick sample, but I mean, it sounded really fresh. I really fuck with this one. Rebels saying he submitted this one. Thank you for the submission, Rebels. Someone's saying it sounds like Bandit. Okay, yeah, we've had some Bandit tracks on the show before, but I don't think Bandit only has 2 tracks on SoundCloud. That's what's really throwing me off on this one. I'm gonna lock in my vote here and open the poll for you guys. So what are we thinking? This is clearly an OG funk track from only 21 days ago. It's from less than a month ago, and it's from an account with only 2 tracks on SoundCloud. So what are we thinking? Vote in chat now. Are we thinking this one has A, 116 streams, B, 311 streams, C, 1,400 streams, or D, 3,100 streams? Excuse me, God. 3,100 streams. So far, it's a tie between A and B. You guys can't quite decide. So you guys are thinking on the underrated side, more on the underrated side. Yeah, this beat is nasty, bro. I fuck with this. 15 seconds left on the clock. If you guys want to break that tie, don't make me flip a coin for you guys again. Come on. Come on. Don't make me flip a coin. Okay, B takes a slight lead, but I just saw another vote for A come in from Young Demon. Then we get another vote from Terramain on B. All right. All right. The poll is closed. You guys said B. By a very slim margin. Only one vote decided that one. Skinny Winnie forgot to vote. I'm so sorry, sweetheart, but we're going to have to go with B for you guys, A for me. I'm thinking this one is gotta be on the very underrated side of things because it's not only from 3 weeks ago, but it's from a track that only has one other track on SoundCloud, or at least one other public track. So yeah, I'll be very interested to see where this one shakes out. Again, this one is worth 8 points, so this could totally change the direction of the game, okay? You guys have a 4-point lead on me. This could help me make my comeback that I need. So I'll lock in B for you guys. Show me 311 streams for chat's sake. 3, 2, 1. Let's fucking go, baby! We're back in the lead. Yokai takes the lead. Yokai with the 8 points for out of nowhere. Oh, that felt so good. That felt so good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody who voted A, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, but the bees took it. The bees took it. Those damn bees. Okay. Okay, yeah, very fire track here. This is from Rebels. Rebels in chat. Thank you for that submission, my boy. This is a very top tier track, I would say. Very, very clean mix for somebody with 26 followers. Holy shit. Let me throw a repost on this for you, buddy. This shit deserves way more than 116 streams. I gotta refresh the page because I want to be able to see the play count. Yeah, 117 streams. Are you kidding me? I just gave you another one by refreshing the page. So yeah, everybody go show some love to Rebels on his track Pop Shit. Pop Shit, bitch. People are saying rigged. Oh my goodness. You have no idea, bro. You have no idea where I've come from to get what I have. You have no idea the struggles I've been through. Man, I lost both games of Melody Madness last week, did I not? No, maybe I won the second one. I actually don't remember, but either way, like I was saying earlier, man, I'm really behind you guys. You guys have like 4 wins under your belt, and I've got 2. So I'm not going to speak too soon because the stream isn't over, but it's looking good for me, dog. It's looking like Yokai might get his 3rd dub in SoundCloud Game Show history. It's looking like it. I could do a podcast someday, maybe. I'm doing a lot right now, so that would be a lot to add to the plate. Damn. Yeah, big moment for us, okay? We finally broke the streak of us not scoring any points. Whew, that felt good, yo. I haven't screamed that loud on stream in a minute. Big day for me. Yeah, we'll see how it shakes out. There's still plenty of time for chat to make a little bit of a comeback, okay? Let's get this next track pulled up here. Looks like this one is from 8 months ago, from someone with 15 tracks on SoundCloud. Let's hear it. The sample is old as time. Haven't we all used this sample? I don't remember what it's called, but I remember the art for it. It looks like a cover from a science textbook. That's what it looked like to me, or at least what I remember. I like the drum patterns. Okay, bit of an unconventional part of the sample to keep in. I think that, I don't know, when you're using a sample like this that's been used a million times before, you kind of want to, I don't know. Most people don't sample that long of a portion of that particular song, so the loop point just sounds a little jarring. But nonetheless, I do feel like if you're going to use a sample that's been used that many times, you should try to take some liberties with it and sample it in a bit of a different way. So, I mean, as far as this sample goes, as far as funk in general goes, this isn't really inventing the wheel, but sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes it's fun to just make a chill funk track, you know? Something to chill out to, something to trap to, you know? 8 months ago, though. 8 months ago, 15 tracks on SoundCloud. This person could have as few as 21 streams on this track, or as many as 54,000. I'll save my reasoning for afterwards, but I've got my guess locked in here, and I'll let you guys let me know what you think. Okay? The poll is now open. You guys can vote in chat now whether you think it's A, 21 streams, B, 29.8k streams, C, 32k streams, or D, 54.6k streams. What are we thinking? So far, half of you are saying A, so we're thinking it's more on the underrated side. Totally believable. This person only has 15 tracks on SoundCloud after all, so, you know, not a ton of time to really build up a dedicated core audience who's gonna, you know, stream your shit a lot, you know? So I could definitely see why you guys are going with that. Skinny Winnie's saying, nah, 15 tracks. Well, it looks like Skinny Winnie voted B, so he's thinking this one's got 30k. I think 15 tracks is enough to, a weird gap? Okay. Yeah, it is a weird gap. You jump from 21 streams to 30k damn near. All right. The poll is closed. You guys, majority of you actually, are saying A. I'm with the majority. I'm thinking A. I'm thinking that this one probably is pretty underrated. Now, personally, like I was saying, I don't think this track is really reinventing the wheel. I don't think that it's really doing anything crazy with the genre or pushing it in a different direction or really wowing anybody who's been listening to funk for a long time. But, you know, if this is, you know, one of your first tracks in funk, if this is one of your first 15 tracks ever, this is pretty solid, okay? But given the fact that it's, you know, somebody with 15 tracks, the mixing does sound decent, but a little amateur, I went with A as well, okay? Let's see here. Let's lock in A. Show me 21 streams. 3, 2, 1. 23 streams. Yep. Okay. Well done, guys. As you can see, this is Trappin' in Japan by Prod Cash. So it's a track by Cash, seeming like a funk producer, possibly. He's got the Minecraft Wither painting as the profile picture. Pretty cool. I don't know if this one's quite at the deserving of a repost tier, but everybody go run this one up. I'm glad to put on for this one. You guys go run this one up if you're enjoying it. Show some love to Prod Cash. Like I said, not reinventing the wheel, but sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you just make a classic OG funk track with a classic OG funk sample. Nothing wrong with that. We got the Dewey cover art, the Dewey with the double cup, the double cup, the quadruple cup even. Icy as fuck, honestly. You can see he took this art from DLab 0205. So glad he's given credit where credit is due as well. Yeah. Someone, Slasher saying, bro, I thought it was legit Sudier. From 8 months ago? I would believe it if it was like one of the first tracks he ever posted, but yeah, not Sudier. Go Player says, I thought it was Roland Jones at first. Man, y'all gotta listen to more Sudier and Roland Jones. All right, so no points. Actually, no, 1 point for each of us. Chat goes up to 11. Yokai goes up to 15. Let's go. All right, y'all. I think we got time for 2 more. So because we were in agreement on that one, this next one is worth double, okay? This next one's worth 2 points. So you guys could whittle my lead down to 2, all right? So this will make things very interesting. This next round's worth 2. Let's get it pulled up. Murasaki thought it was the new Yokai song. Barry Main in chat. Everybody show some love to Barry Main. Got Barry Main in chat, man. I hope that's the real Barry Main. Could be somebody pulling our leg, yanking our chain. All right, this one is very interesting. 1 day ago. You can see this one was posted 1 day ago, very fresh. And this is the only track. This is the only public track from this person on SoundCloud. So let's give it a listen. More layers probably, but no, these drums are crazy. Is this a psyop? This sounds really good for somebody's first track. This feels like a psyop. Very simple melody and very crazy drums. Very complex production for somebody's first track. I don't think this is their first track they've ever made. Teramain saying they submitted this one. Yeah, sometimes the simple samples with, just one layer, sometimes it goes hard. And as we've discussed on this channel before, Yokai's a slut for a good piano sample, okay? And this one's pretty good. I dig it. I think, honestly, if nothing else, maybe like a piano sample with a little bit more keys playing. Not like literally like playing a bunch of different notes, but like some harmonics maybe. Something to make the layer a little bit more interesting, I think would go a long way. So yeah, I'm pretty thrown off by this one. The drums go crazy hard for something that's their only track on SoundCloud. I really don't understand that at all. All right. I'm locking in my guess. I'm going to open the poll for you guys. It doesn't want to open the poll. There we go. The poll is open. What are you guys thinking? We thinking this track from 1 day ago, the only track on this person's profile, the only public track that is, does this one have A, 32 streams, B, 315 streams, C, 654 streams, or D, 911. What are we thinking? Vote in chat. Now it seems like the vast majority of you guys are going A. I don't blame you, dog. One day ago, one track. How are you going to pull a lot of streams with that, you know? You know? Yeah, man, go play at 911. It says right there, 911. That's what it says. TOS. Dog, that's a number. It is a number. All right. The poll is now closed. We got 28 votes on that one. Very high participation. I'm very proud of you guys. Everybody doing their civic duty as a citizen of SoundCloudville. Very good. Okay. So 60% of you guys, 17 votes, said A. And I agreed with you guys. So I think it's pretty cut and dry. There's no way a person is going to pull hundreds of plays on a track in one day if it's their only track on that profile, unless it's getting reposted by some huge account. So hopefully that's not the case. Let's find out. Let's lock in A. 3, 2, 1. There it is. We both pick up 2 points on that one because we can't seem to come to a definitive conclusion on who's scoring what. So very interesting there. That means the next point is going to be worth 4. Okay? Next one's going to be worth 4. So that'll be very interesting. Yeah, what do you guys think? This one is a track from Clover. Clover. They have 5 followers, 1 track, and this one was submitted by Terry Main. So Terry Main, are you friends with this person? Is this someone you know? Or is this like another project by you? I saw that Barry Main voted C. Barry Main thought this one was pulling 650 streams in a day. It's a pretty fire track, so I don't blame you. Thought it said clever. Yeah, I mean, I thought it did too until I saw that the other E was not an X. So it doesn't seem like this X is supposed to be an E. I don't know. Met him through TikTok. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, he's a pretty fire producer. He's got great taste in music, as you can see. But unfortunately, none of us picked up a big lead on that particular round. So we got time for one more, maybe 2 if we need to, rounds. So we're going to want to make this interesting. Instead of making the next one making the next one worth 4 would put you guys at a tie. So I think we should both wager 5 points. How do we feel about that? Are you guys willing to wager 5 points for the last round? What are we thinking? If I see 5 yeses in chat, then I will move forward with the assumption that everyone is betting 5 points for this last round, okay? To make things interesting, to make it possible for chat to make a little bit of a comeback, I want to make sure that you guys are in approval of the gimmick. I see 1 no, and I see a lot of yeses. Okay. I've seen enough yeses. Lemon wants to bet 13 points. Okay, well, I've only got authorization for 5, so we're gonna vote 5 points, or bet 5 points. So let me get a random track pulled out here for the last round. We'll see if Yokai can pick up another dub. Okay, my 3rd ever. This is a big moment. This would be huge for me. Please let me have this, guys. Please, just throw 1 round. That's all I ask. All right. For the last round, we've got a track here from 2 years ago from someone with 100 tracks on SoundCloud. What is this? Is this going to be some sort of... okay. The D&B drums, the jungle drums, if you will, maybe? Where do you guys draw the line between jungle and D&B? Obviously, jungle is like a predecessor to D&B, kind of, but... Okay, yeah. Oh, this is breakcore? Slasher's saying this is breakcore. Did I say D&D? I meant D&B. Got D&D on the brain, man. Can't get out of character. Okay, that makes sense, Skinny Winnie. This ain't no breakcore? Okay. I don't know shit about breakcore. I think Lemon actually put me on to breakcore. It's a pretty cool track. We got the chop snare in here, okay? Very classic sound. This track is from, let's see, January of 2022. So it just celebrated its 2-year anniversary recently. And as I mentioned, this person has 100 tracks on SoundCloud. So, you know, that's plenty of opportunities for them to pull in some streams, pull in some followers. And this is one of those tracks. So it could have been that this one blew up. This could be one of those 100 tracks that blew up 2 years ago and is pulling in over 100K streams maybe. But I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to get a read on this one because it's got some funk influence. You can hear the Memphis vocal sample, but it's also got a lot of that more breakcore influence, okay? Breakcore, jungle? I'll call it jungle. I think the jungle is a little bit more within my wheelhouse. So some jungle influence, some funk influence. 2 years ago, 100 tracks on SoundCloud. I think I'm ready to lock in a guess. This is for the game, okay? This is for the whole game. Assuming we vote differently and one of us gets it right, this will decide who wins today's episode of the SoundCloud Game Show. Yeah, that's it for sure. Okay, the poll is open. You guys can now vote in chat. What are we thinking on this one? A, B, C, or D? As I mentioned, we got some jungle influences and some funk influences, so it might be a little more difficult for you guys to parse out, hopefully. But what are you thinking? 2,200 streams? A little on the lower end, more underrated end? That's in 2 years, so that would be very underrated. So if you're thinking 2,200, you can vote A. Or if you're thinking it's got at least 10K, maybe around 15K, then you can vote B, 17.8K. Or maybe you're looking at 2 years ago, 100 tracks on SoundCloud, you're thinking, there's no way this thing only has 10K. We're thinking that this one has 50K at least. Then you can vote C. But you got 15 seconds left on the clock. If you're thinking it's really popped off, if you're thinking this thing went viral on SoundCloud or viral on TikTok or something, maybe you'll vote D, 180K. So far, most of you are saying A or B. And the poll is now closed. You guys are saying B. So you guys think this one has 18,000 streams in 2 years. I don't know, man. I think this is a pretty nice track. I think in 2 years, this one can probably pull more than that, especially from an account with 100 tracks. I think if maybe they had like 12 tracks or 10 tracks, I would be more inclined to go with you guys. But I went with C. I'm thinking this one's probably pulling at least 50K, maybe not quite 200K. That's a lot for only 2 years. But 50K I think is doable. I think that it's got a cool vibe. It's definitely got, that vibe that it could be used in a number of different TikToks or something. Cookmaster Jeff seems pretty confident it's A. He says it's A. Trust me. All right. So as a reminder, this one is for 5 points. We're both wagering 5 points. If one of us gets this correct, the game is over. Okay? So you guys said B. I'll lock that in for you guys, but I'm hoping to see 53K. To decide the game, 3, 2, 1. I was so close. It was right here. I can feel it. I can smell it. I can taste it. No, chat. Why do you do this to me? Why do you tease me like this? Why do you tease me? Common Yokai L. I can never live this down. Oh my. Okay, so I go down to 12. Chat goes up to 18. Dog. Oh no. Why? Oh my god, I should have never agreed to the gimmick. Why did I do this to myself, man? Shit. All right. Well, you can see that they label this as a drum and bass track, so they consider it D&B, not jungle. Fair enough. But you can see this track is called Aerosol by Kade Parker from 2 years ago. Kade Parker been putting in work, man. 100 tracks for 3,500 followers. That's a lot of output, dog. They do have the jungle tag down here, so maybe they think it's more of a hybrid. But as you can see, you guys are right. 17.8K. I think that's really underrated. I think that's a really underrated track, personally. Smoking that yokai pack, I get. Yeah, man. I need to stop smoking the yokai pack. I need to start smoking the chat pack, right? Chat pack. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go double or nothing, man. I'm going to just give you guys that one, okay? I think we've had enough gimmicks today. Enough redemptions. Enough chances at redemption. You guys won it fair and square. You guys took it. So GG's to chat. Purple drink tutorial win. Yeah, no redemption round for now. I can't do it, man. I can't. That's enough for today. That's enough for today. Someone says, is Sudier featuring Aseri pushing keys jungle? I would call that jungle funk. When I think of jungle funk, it's one of the tracks that comes to mind. All right. Yeah, I'll answer a few questions at the end. Why not? Why not? You guys had a few questions about production that I didn't want to bore anybody else with, but someone says, Camel Crusher or Decimor, which is better? I've never used Decimor. I use Camel Crusher all the fucking time. I love Camel Crusher. The British clean preset goes so well on like any 808. So, and it's free. So Camel Crusher is my go-to. Yokai, how you been? I've been great, dog. Actually, there'll be a very special announcement coming next stream. The stream time is going to be changing. So anybody who hasn't been able to make it to the streams, you will rejoice. We're still streaming these Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern this week. So I'll still catch you guys on Thursday at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. But we will be changing the stream time because I just accepted another full-time job. So I will be busy from 3 to 5 p.m. starting the week after that. So that's why the stream time is going to change. But yeah, I've been good. Yokai, you got OnlyFans? No OnlyFans, but I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/404yokai if you want to go support the channel. Thank you, Lemon. What are your hobbies besides music? YouTube. I like making videos. I've been making videos longer than I've been making music. So I've had my original YouTube account I've had since like 2007 or 2008. So I've been in this shit for a minute. Much love from Ethiopia. I didn't know I had any fans in Ethiopia. Shout out to Blue Checkback. Yokai does it jiggle. Look at that jiggle. It looks like I don't have a wrist bone. Look at that. Do you walk your pet hammerhead shark on Mars? Oh, LOL, so random, Terry Main Beats. LOL, so random. Cookmaster Jeff, the current stream schedule until the end of this week is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. So I'll see you on Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, right? I hope to. Do you have a favorite sport? Tennis, man. I used to play a lot of tennis in high school. Terry Main, how do I pronounce your name? I said Terry Main, and I've said Terry Main. What is the right way to say it? What is the right way to say your name? So it perpetually confuses me. Yeah, I need to play more tennis, especially now that it's getting warmer out. Take care, DJ Somber. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by to the stream. Atari Main. Is that it? Think of a game console, Atari. Oh, Atari Main. Okay. That makes more sense. Atari Main. Thank you. That helps a lot. Atari Main. Got it. How many countries have you been to? I've been to the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and Denmark. 4. I've been to 4. Oh, Jamaica. That's another country. 5. Been to 5 countries. All right. I'll answer one more question, and then we're gonna hop off stream. I look Danish? Well, yeah, I've got that Scandinavian look about me, don't I? Yeah, shout out Haley for the save there on Jamaica. That was an important one. Honeymoon is the one I shouldn't forget. I guess I just forget that Jamaica is its own country. What's your SSN? That's a great question. So that's one I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. So the reason I haven't talked about it is because obviously financial security, I don't want to get my identity stolen and that stuff. But if you guys were curious about my SSN, all you have to do is memorize these numbers, okay? My social security number is 6573.